Hello. Today we're going to discuss relationships, relationship blocks, and how to use them on custom forms. It's a very powerful feature that allows you to collect lots of data about people who might be connected to your potential new client or someone related to a case that you're working on. And it also is very useful to understand how to make those relationship blocks repeatable on custom forms, making it very easy to collect all the data that you need about anybody who's going to need to be a record or a contact in Lawmatics. The first thing that you need to do is go over to your settings page and ensure that you have your relationships defined. Relationships are defined in matter settings. You can see here we have a few relationships already defined. We are going to add a relationship just called child. Now, we also have this option for, is it going to be repeatable? This means, is this a relationship type that you can have more than one of on a particular matter or related to a particular contact? So for example, child. Somebody could certainly have more than one child, and so you would want to make this repeatable. We add type, and now our relationship is available. So the next thing we're going to do is come over to our custom forms, and we're going to create a new custom form. And we're going to call it repeatable relationship blocks, and we'll make it a matter form, and we will click create. We'll go ahead and add last name on here just to give us a little bit of data, and we'll go ahead and add email on here as well. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to come down to our relationship blocks. Now, we only have one relationship block here, that's for lender. We're going to create a new relationship block. A relationship block is a set of saved fields that are attributable to a particular relationship. So, for example, if every time I want to capture information about someone's child, I want to get their first name, last name, and email address, I can build that as a saved block so that it's reusable on every form in the future. So let's create a new relationship block and call it children. And we'll select child as the relationship type. You'll see now I'm brought to another screen which allows me to build the specific fields that I want to be captured inside of this child block. So I'll come here to standard fields. I'm going to add last name. I'm going to add email address. And then let's say I also want to know who the employer is for the child, and birth date, which is probably pretty important. So we'll add birth date in there as well. And that's it. We're going to save this block, and then we can just save and close, and it will take us right back to our form. And now you can see that this children block is available for us on the form. If we take a look at this form now, we are going to see that this is just simply a form with first name, last name, and email address. So let's go back and let's add this block. So we'll add the relationship block. We'll move children over, and that's all we have to do. Now we can give it a label. And we also have the option here to make this block repeatable on the form. Let's first see what happens if we don't make it repeatable. So we gave it a label. If we save and preview this form now, you will see that here is our block. It's got a little bit of a different look. It says, please list our children. And it asks for first name, last name, birth date, email, and employer. If you remember, these are the exact fields that we built into the block when we created it. So it makes it very easy. You don't have to keep adding the same fields over and over again every time you want to add a child to a form. Now, that only allows you to add one child. But what if the person filling out the form has more than one child? We've made it very easy to handle that situation. Simply click on the block anywhere here, and you'll bring up the configuration options. Click on is repeatable. We can have the repeating label be And you might want to label it something different. I'm not sure if that's the right, if children is the right label, or if you want to put it in as child or something like that. But now, if we save and preview the form, you will see you can put in the name of the first child. It says children. And then you can add another. And you can see it will automatically add a number to that, so you can identify them as being different children. And it will tell you how many children there are. And you can continue to add as many as you would like, filling in the information as they go and saving the form. So again, in this situation, you might want to come back here and just change this to child. And so now when we take a look at it, it will say child. And if they add another, it will say child 2, child 3, and so on and so forth. It's a very, very powerful feature that allows you to capture a lot of information without you having to constantly repeat yourself and build the same fields over and over again. And the ability to repeat these relationships make it very, very, very simple for you and your clients to fill out a form and give you the data that is very important.